these hallowed hedges. Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, home to the Georgia Bulldogs. They've had a little chicken, they've had a little drink, and friends, it's time once again to let the big dogs eat. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the UCF Knights, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Georgia Bulldogs. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. On the move from inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. So UCF's offense will start this game off. And there he is, a man who makes an entire stadium hold its breath every time he touches the ball, Jesse.
This defense better have a lot of breath in this game, too, because he gets better as the game goes on. He's the kind of guy, David, who can wear a defense down.
And he is the primary focus. That's what this defense is focused and keyed in on. We got to stop him if we're going to have success today.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Little touch pass to the receiver. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Scanning the field, it's Frazier. Got his man on the right. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these down.
And to the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Knights!
I really love that first drive by the offense. It always seemed like they were just one step ahead of the D, and a nice job there down close. When the defense knew they were going to run the football, being more physical, running it in on 3rd down to get the touchdown.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. They took it 68 yards on that drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Tuggle. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So Georgia's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And this figures to be just a tremendous matchup of big play receivers, Jesse.
And because of their skills, Reese, you're going to see all types of ways in how they use them, right? They're going to throw it to them. They'll throw screens. They'll get jet sweeps. Get these guys as many touches as you can.
Well, and the good thing is, if you're a defense, you're used to it. You see this guy in practice every day. Now you're seeing another guy that's elite. Which defense can rise to the challenge and get a few stops and maybe nullify the playmaker?
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
He finds a dead spot in the middle. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. Georgia comes quickly to the line. The Dogs pick up the first down through the air, and the Georgia faithful starting to howl and bark.
And we've seen that in the past with Georgia. Maybe you get a little bit conservative, a little bit too much reliant on great defense, run the football. The reason that they broke through, the reason they started winning championships in the recent era, they became more aggressive, more dynamic, throwing the football down the field.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Wide out in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. They were really starting to put a drive together. But after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Short gain on the play before he slides.
This is why 3rd down is so difficult for quarterbacks, because the defense substitutes. They put faster guys on the field, and they've got all of their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for. Some things you haven't seen on film yet, and it confuses your offensive line. It confuses you, and you're out here just trying to make plays, trying to do something right to get a first down. Wasn't able to gain a lot there.
From the gun, the give, looking for room. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Frazier. Quickly out to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The Knights will call on their punt team. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Quickly complete. And how does he keep running? I'd be dizzy after a spin move like that. And the Dogs in the hurry-up. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. He's got an open man. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback spot, it takes you from good to great, and you've seen that with Georgia over the last several seasons.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. A 3rd and long coming up here. Wide receiver shows motion. Gets it out fast. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. So now on comes the field goal unit. And the holder will place it down on the left hash. A 47-yard try coming. He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball. Extra guys holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
To the air, it's Frazier. Moving out of the pocket. He'll turn it loose out to the right. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Unleashes one deep. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, UCF!
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again, and with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Rice has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet inside this building that hosted Super Bowl VIII. They're up by 7 over Washington State. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates you'll see in here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He wants to throw. A strike downfield. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. They'll throw it on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Becker. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the right. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Taking it the other way. The 30. Inside the 10. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Knights. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's able to sneak his way across the 20 and steps out at the 21. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quick that you can go to.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now after the short completion, it's second down. This defense will try to keep everything in front. On second down, he'll fire. Caught in the backfield, it's Arrington. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Georgia going up tempo. They turn to the passing game on third and short. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, Ben. The end of a very entertaining first 2 quarters of football in Athens. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas between the hedges in Sanford Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Knights will boot it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Makes a move. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll try the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Got his man quickly. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the 1st down. The Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, UCF! And the pummeling has started.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. The kickoff team out there getting set. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on the field.
This is why you recruit dudes, right? Quarterback distributes, get the ball in the hands of playmakers, and let him do his thing.
Dude makes quarterback look good. I mean, you get it to him in space, and watch. He'll break the tackles. He'll make those plays. But nice job getting the ball out fast to his playmaker and letting him do the rest.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Runs through the tackle.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. And there is nowhere to run. They were eager and ready for him this time around. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Throwing right. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Looking for more room. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Knights. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Rice is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up by 26 over Washington State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Fighting off the defender. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10? He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. New set of downs after that completion. Give to the single back. Puts him in the spin cycle. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
The give to the back. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. 1st down to start the drive after the break. He's going to pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. It's a reverse. Discards a man. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. It's a draw. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think
Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Great job by the freshman. Kept his eyes in the right place and made the play.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the 4th quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game. Being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
They're going to ride this running back. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And it's just simple. Simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Power football with the run. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Let's see if they go back to the run here on 3rd down. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
There's an example of the offense taking advantage of all of the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football. So the quarterback says, you know what? I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find an explosive play.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do. Late in the ball game with the lead, establish the run, establish the physicality. And you know what helps? That clock up there, it continues to tick. So let's see if they choose to keep the ball on the ground and stay conservative and run that clock.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Line getting set on 2nd down.
Let's go.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Banner.
They go to the ground. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. They'll leave it with him. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he'll be tackled, and that'll bring us to the end of the game. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you'll perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, baby.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about it in the offseason, oh, we want to do this. Now you're starting